Hey there, this is Craig from Rock Guitar Training. What we're going to do in this video is check out another legato lick that uses the A Lydian mode. Now, I'm not sure if you've learnt the first lick, but this one's quite a bit more challenging, so I'm hoping that you'll have a lot of fun with it. So what I'll do now is zoom in and I'll show you the lick. What I'll do now is play the lick to the metronome. The whole lick uses 16th notes, so that means you'll need to play 4 notes per click of the metronome, and what I'll do is I'll play it at 50 beats per minute and then 100 beats per minute. So let's do the 50 first. One, two, three, four. Okay, now for 100 beats per minute. One, two, three, four. Okay, this lick's a little bit tricky to play in time, well at least it's a bit tricky for me to play in time, and one of the reasons for that is it uses a 9-note melodic pattern. So what I'll do is I'll just take you through the repetitions of the melodic pattern, and then I'll sort of talk about the technical side of playing it. So the first pattern sounds like this. So basically what we're doing is we're playing the 12th fret, the 9th fret, the 11th fret, 12th fret, 11th fret and 9th fret on the thin E string. It's probably far easier for me to play it so you can hear it. And then we're moving to the B string and playing the 12th fret. And then go back to the thin E string and play the 9th fret, and then the pattern finishes by playing the 10th fret on the B string. And then what we do is we sort of repeat the same melodic pattern, but we start on the B string. So I'll just play it once. So you can kind of hear the similarities between those two chunks. So here's the first one, and here's the second one. And you might be able to hear where it wants to go next, and I'll play this third chunk. So for this chunk we're playing the 11th fret on the G string, going down to the 8th fret, to the 9th fret, back to the 11th fret, back to the 9th fret, and back to the 8th fret. So that sounds like this. And then we play the 11th fret on the D string, then we go to the 8th fret on the G string, and then to the 9th fret on the D string. So that whole chunk. And so that's the melodic pattern, and then just to finish off the lick, I then play the 11th fret on the D string, and then play the 7th fret, and the 9th, and the 11th, and then the 8th fret on the G string. So the whole lick Okay, so those are the notes. Now, the lick uses a whole bunch of hammer-ons and pull-offs, as you probably saw, but it also uses a technique called left-hand tapping, and some players call that hammer-ons from nowhere. And if I play the first chunk, I'll show you where it happens. So we start off, the first 6 notes are like a standard, hammer-ons and pull-offs. And once we've played those 6 notes, we then hammer on to the 12th fret on the B string with the little finger. So you might even want to practice that in isolation, just practicing that hammer on. And then we go back to the 9th fret on the thin E string and we use an upstroke. And then we do a left hand tap to the 10th fret on the B string. And we're using the 2nd finger there. So again, you might want to practice that. Now you probably notice I start the lick off with a downstroke, but what we do for the next repetition of the melodic pattern is I leave out that downstroke and I just hammer on instead. So basically, if I play through the first chunk, so you'll notice that the last note of the first chunk is we've got our 2nd finger on the 10th fret on the B string. So what I do to start the next repetition of the melodic pattern off is I hammer on to the 12th fret. So basically hammer on to the 12th fret on the B string. So I'll just show you what that would look like. So you probably notice here I'm also doing a left hand tap. So I play the first 6 notes of the pattern. And then to move to the 11th fret on the G string, I use a left hand tap with my 3rd finger. And again, that's a good thing to practice in isolation. Now after that left hand tap, I then play the 9th fret on the B string and I use an upstroke. And after the upstroke, I then do a left hand tap to the 9th fret on the G string. And this is a little bit tricky because it's at the same fret that your first finger's playing. So basically what you have to do is that. So I'll just play that chunk. I'll do that again. And then to play the 3rd chunk, we're going to start off by hammering on. So if we play the 2nd chunk, you'll notice that the last note of that 2nd chunk is the 9th fret on the G string with our 2nd finger. So to start off the 3rd repetition of the melodic pattern, all you need to do is hammer on to the 11th fret. So I'll just do this. So again, we're using the left hand tapping to change strings. So we play the first 6 notes. And then to play the next note, we hammer on to the 11th fret on the D string. And that's a left hand tap there. Again, you might want to practice that in isolation. After that note, I play the 8th fret on the G string with an upstroke. And then left hand tap the 9th fret on the D string. So that chunk again. So we're basically now got the 2nd finger on the 9th fret on the D string, and then to finish the lick off we basically just hammer onto the 9th fret, then pull off, then 2 hammer-ons, and the whole lick is finished off with an upstroke on the 8th fret on the G string. So that ending chunk I'll do it again. And to finish things off, I'll just play through the whole lick again very slowly. Okay, that's all we're going to do today. Have a lot of fun with the lick, and remember to start off slow and gradually build it up to speed. And one thing I should mention, that if you're watching this video on YouTube, I've got the complete lesson on my website, so there should be a link below this video. So all you need to do now is click on the link and you can go to my website and check out the full lesson.